Call me Master Zen cause I'm a flicky bands.
Oh, Geef Boy, you see this stupid title, man? Oh. Diabolical title, but let's get into it, man.
A wealthy man's family reunion is complicated when his two siblings become intimately involved. When his brother insists on pursuing a relationship with their sister, the masquerade of their perfect family crumbles. Dennis wakes up to Andre's text that he's arrived in the city. Soon, a chauffeur delivers his suit for their family reunion, at the same time as the uninterested Rita receives her outfit for the event. When Ilya receives his package, he's in the middle of an argument with his girlfriend, so the staff has to hold her off while he dresses up. Meanwhile, Alexandra also gets packages, so she wakes her partner Petrenko for him to get ready.
Kravchenko.
Dennis eventually bids goodbye to his wife, Olga, and son Fedya, politely refusing their offers to make him stay longer. Soon, everyone is taken to a luxury hotel. Dennis happily greets his parents, Alexandra and Petrenko, and his brother, Ilya. But when their sister, Rita, arrives, she barely spares them a glance. The group proceeds to the penthouse to meet their host, Andre, who presents gifts to his family. For Dennis, he gives him a boomerang for being the brother who always comes back to him.
Oh, that's so fucking corny. Lame, man. Nigga, your stupid ass on, man.
Before giving Rita her present, however, Andre announces that she'll be leaving for Mexico tomorrow. This surprises the rest, with their father suspecting that she's leaving to be with her violent boyfriend. The woman confirms this, then accuses her brother of hacking her phone since he knew about her upcoming flight. Andre just says that he's concerned about her, but the sister asserts that she gets to decide for her life. Hearing her outburst, Dennis realizes that he also wants to decide for himself, so he rushes to the balcony and threatens to jump.
Huh?
He declares that if Rita gets to decide for herself, he can also choose if he wants to leave.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Bro, he already looked like a goofy, man. Look at this diabolical hairline, man. No wonder he doing stupid shit. What the fuck is you doing?
Scared, she promises not to leave anymore, even ripping her passport to assure him she'll stay. This convinces her brother to head back inside with them.
I'm not gonna lie, nigga. I'm putting the fucking pause on that nigga. What the fuck you wanna die, nigga? Let me do this. Let me help you out, fuck, nigga. What is, bro? Yo, bro. Yo.
Andre commends Rita for saving the man, so he hands her
That nigga can eat a dick, Mo.
his gift, which is just a box of protection. The visitors then decide to go home, but not before Andre thanks Dennis for his improvisation on the balcony.
Oh, hey, man. If they were me there. Damn. I don't know their plan, nigga. You out here trying to scare my little shorty or like, I don't know, you trying to scare me or the family. What the hell you trying to... Like, if I was one of them, like, for me, I didn't know what the hell going on with the plan. Why you trying to scare our parents? Nigga, fuck is you doing? Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. Niggas gonna hate me.
On their way to their cars, all get a notification saying that 100,000 rubles have been deposited into their bank accounts. After Rita leaves, the others complain that Dennis's threats to jump off the balcony weren't part of their script. He shrugs off their comments before heading to his car, while Petrenko throws away his script since they can improvise anyway. Later on, as Dennis heads
Script for what?
back to his apartment building, Rita confronts him about his stunt. She berates him for scaring her until he kisses her, which leads to them getting passionate in her apartment.
Bro! Sweet home Alabama.
Till he kisses her, which leads to them getting passionate in her apartment. After the deed, the woman worries since their contract stated that they're not allowed to have relations. Dennis shrugs this off.
What contract? They probably explained everything at the start of the video. I don't know.
And tries to please her again, only to be interrupted when Andre arrives, joking
Wait. Rich man makes his brother fall in love with their sister using his money. I don't know.
that they used Rita's gift quickly. He reminds them that they're supposed to be brother and sister, but Dennis points out that they only act like a family whenever he gathers them. The man adds they're allowed to live their lives on any other day. This reveals that Andre's family is made up of actors he hired to be his parents and siblings.
Eh?
This reveals that the man adds they're allowed to live their lives on any other day. This reveals that Andre's family is made up of actors he hired to be his parents and siblings. Since he pays them, he notes that he can fire them. He then threatens to either fine them or sue them for breaking the rules. To avoid this, he tells Dennis to go with him and leave Rita behind. The two head to the ice skating rink, where the man asks about his penalty for getting involved with Rita. However, Andre ignores this as he wants them to pretend to be brothers. However, Dennis starts rambling about how it's better to hire his family than to deal with a real one. They get paid exorbitantly, while he doesn't have to deal with the disappointment and grievances a real family would bring him.
The fuck?
He then decides that the mood is all wrong given the crowd skating rink, so he claps and everyone else leaves, revealing that they were also hired actors.
What the fuck is this story, bro? What the
Andre claps his hands again, and two all-female hockey teams appear. The
shit, they about to be fucking? What fuck? Oh, that was a joke, bro. I don't know.
fake brothers then decide to be goalies and bet on whose team scores more. With that, the game begins and the men have fun. This ends when one of the players removes her helmet and Dennis mistakes her for Rita. To his surprise, all the players remove their helmets, revealing that they're all wearing wigs to mimic the woman's appearance.
Nah.
Andre's staff then brings a bed into the rink, where the players push Dennis in. They begin removing his clothes, but Dennis's wife texts him, asking if he'll be home soon. Rita also messages him, wondering if he's having fun with Andre. Feeling guilty, he gets up and goes home. In the morning, he remains distracted over breakfast due to the night's events. He texts Rita, asking her to meet up, while Fedya wonders about his grandparents,
Ugly little nigga.
since he's never met his father's relatives. Dennis claims that his parents live
Hell, his father's chopped, so I wouldn't be surprised. Damn, nigga.
far away while he receives a rejection from his mistress. Because of this, Dennis suddenly leaves, leaving his wife concerned.
My nigga, she not even chopped. Oh shit, she could be a good person and not chopped, but then it happens in the doing the deeds. She whack. She don't know how to throw that motherfucker back. Fuck.
He goes to Andre and asks him to hold another gathering. Despite his suspicions, the man agrees. Just as he's dropped off, he gets a call from his family, with Fedya beaming about the school's upcoming play. However, his father just tells them that he's busy before hanging up. Soon, the wealthy man's staff gathers his family for a shopping trip. He surprises them by appearing in a Santa costume and revealing that he bought them all so they can look around and pick what they
He bought them all.
like. Hoping to get lucky, Dennis invites Rita to check the mattress store, but the woman
All of a sudden, niggas want to check out that mattress store? Okay. Freak ass, nigga.
Hoping to get lucky, Dennis invites Rita to check the mattress store, but the woman insists on clothes shopping with Alexandra instead. While the ladies are trying on clothes, the men check out some hats. During this, Andre suddenly asks Dennis when he'll settle down and start a family. This surprises the man since he didn't know this part of their script. Knowing that he's being pressed because of Rita, he plays along and assures his brother that he can handle his love life. He then walks off and stops at a jewelry stall to buy a bracelet, which he immediately gives to Rita. However, the woman tells him to return it, knowing that he got the bracelet from this mall, and therefore Andre is paying for it. She also figured out that he talked Andre into gathering them again so they could talk. With this, she officially rejects him, claiming that what happened between them was a mistake. Dennis insists
Shit, it was not a mistake when you was screaming nigga name. Okay, oh, put it in. Okay, let me stop. Why am I trying to reenact?
that he won't stop courting her, but Rita calls him pitiful, so she's not attracted to him anymore.
Damn! Fuck the fuck.
Just then, Andre walks in and overhears their conversation. He tells them to settle things, but the woman insists that she won't risk her job for Dennis.
Hey, gotta get your money on, bro, at the end of the day.
Frustrated, her lover leaves and goes to the children's department to purchase his son's costume for the play. On another day, the fake family is taken to a remote cottage for Andre's birthday. Upon arriving, Rita goes to her room to be away from Dennis. However, Alexandra suggests running their lines before their boss arrives. Using a balloon as their host's stand-in, they rehearse lines for the celebration. However, Petrenko easily gets distracted by Ilya's ukulele, while Rita criticizes his awkward speech. Alexandra agrees that Petrenko isn't saying his lines with emotion, complaining that he keeps reading from the script instead of memorizing it. Tired of their bickering, Dennis pops the Andre balloon and asks Ilya to help him make coffee. As they go to the kitchen, he mentions to his supposed brother that he needs time to be alone with Rita. However, Ilya points out that she just left, so Dennis runs after her. He follows her to the indoor pool, and the frustrated woman reminds him that she's not interested in him. The man dares her to kiss him to make sure, but she just scoffs. He swears that he'll give up the job for her, but when dared to call Andre and quit on the spot, he hesitates. Rita uses this as a sign that he's all talk, but to prove that he's determined to pursue her, he decides to swim with her. She soon jumps into the pool, but then she suddenly floats and stops moving. Dennis rescues her, and after recovering, she shares that she lost consciousness after hitting her head on the bottom. He's just happy that she's okay, and as if drawn to him for being her savior, the mistress finally accepts his advances.
That's a goofy writing right there. I'm not a writer, nigga.
After the two
she hit her head. All of a sudden, I'm in love with this goofy ass nigga. Man, what?
enjoy some privacy, they return to the cottage just as Andre arrives. He begins the celebration with fireworks before they proceed with dinner, where they say their scripted lines. However, Rita declares that Dennis has more to say, confusing everyone. The man hesitates, then decides to pull their boss away from the rest, to tell him that he's quitting. Before he can, however, Olga and Fedya arrive. The two join their dinner, and the latter is introduced to his fake grandparents, uncles, and aunt, making him wonder why his father never talked about his family. With a hint of disdain, Rita explains that Dennis likes to keep secrets, revealing that she didn't know he was married. Cornered, the man quietly pulls his wife outside and tells her to leave with Fedya. Olga, however, reveals that she found a receipt inside the costume he bought for their son at the mall, claiming that they won a trip to this place. Andre's men then fetch them, which means that Dennis might get fired if they leave. Suddenly they realize that the place is quiet, so they check and find the dinner table empty. The parents rush to find their son, but when Dennis sees Rita, he tells his wife to split up. This allows him to check on his mistress.
Ha!
She accuses him of messing with her.
Nigga, your kid gone. You don't even know where that little nigga at, bro. And then you have stupid bitches talking about like, all men are trash. Please say something, man. I'm not the same as this fuck nigga, man.
But before Dennis can defend himself, they hear a gunshot. This directs him to the shooting range where he finds the other actors teaching Fedya how to fire a gun. The father confronts them about how dangerous this is, but his son has actually bonded with his fake extended family.
Oh, brother.
As the kid boasts about his newfound relatives, Andre meets Rita by the door and announces that he'll be in the kitchen. Dennis leaves the boy with Alexandra and soon confronts his employer for his family's involvement. However, the man taunts his fake brother to punch him, knowing that he can't. Instead, the hired actor tells him that he and Rita are quitting. Andre laughs, since before she left, Rita just told him that she'll be signing a new contract. Hearing this, Dennis runs to catch up to the car, escorting her out, and blocks it. This leaves his mistress with no choice but to talk to him. To her surprise, the man reveals that his real wife and son were killed years ago. Andre apparently hired Olga to pretend to be Dennis's wife and raise her son with him. Fedya is her real son, and raising him as a single parent was a struggle, so she agreed to the arrangement. The boy knows nothing about this, however. At the time, Dennis agreed with Andre's views that having a fake family removed the complications. He also needed people to keep him company, so he accepted Olga and Fedya. Just then, Fedya reveals himself, having heard everything. Heartbroken,
Why you look like he said, you bitch?
Just then, Fedya reveals himself, having heard everything.
Bitch head nigga.
Heartbroken, he runs off, and Dennis chases him until he hears the kid yelp. Dennis finds his son's glove right next to the frozen lake, making him think that he slipped into the icy water. He hurriedly jumps in to save him, and the commotion alerts the others. However, when Dennis comes up, he doesn't have Fedya. Luckily, the boy emerges from the snow, having just slipped out of sight instead of falling into the lake. The stress of the events causes Alexandra to panic, so Andre takes her and Petrenko to the van to send her to the hospital. As they hop into the van, however, the father catches the latter peeking at his script before pocketing it. Because of this, he leaves Olga and Fedya to go to the hospital, where he snatches his fellow actor's script, confirming that everything was an act. Petrenko insists that they only know their parts, even mentioning that he was also confused when Ilya insisted on taking Fedya out earlier before the kid found them. With this, Dennis steals some clothes from the doctor's closet and changes before heading off. He confronts Ilya next, assuming that he invited his son out to play, so he'd catch him and Rita talking. The man asks how he knew where they were at the time, and to answer this, Ilya shows him a video of Rita practicing her accident at the pool, revealing that she was in on it.
Damn.
Betrayed, Dennis walks out, realizing that his love is also manipulating him. Just then, he spots the others heading back to the cottage, so with an idea in mind, he heads to the shooting range and steals a gun. He then confronts the rest at the cottage, demanding to know when they began conspiring against him. When they refuse to answer, he threatens himself with the gun. This forces his mistress to tell him the truth. Their entire scheme started before their reunion at the hotel. Andre already figured out that Dennis would go off script to convince her to stay, so he told her how to act and how to seduce the man afterward. Rita actually hesitated, but their employer hinted that he'd open further opportunities for her if she complied. Wanting a better future, she agreed to play with her lover's emotions.
Bro, what is this goofball benefiting? Or just one of them weird ass niggas with money that they ain't got nothing to do. So like this is entertainment for him. Man.
Feeling guilty over it, she castigates the rest for not expressing remorse over tricking Dennis. She also criticizes Andre for throwing his money at them, so he can pretend to be part of a family. Alexandra finally speaks up, admitting that she likes to live comfortably, so she didn't hesitate to follow Andre's schemes. Rita smiles since at least one of them is honest, and this is enough for Dennis to put down the gun, satisfied by what he heard. Seeing this, their boss claps as if applauding Rita's speech. This makes Dennis think she was still insincere, and with no fight in him anymore, he decides to walk off. Outside, he runs into Olga and Fedya. Dennis tells Fedya that no matter what he heard, he's still his father, but the mother refuses to let him speak to her son any further, so they leave. As he mulls over his broken life, Dennis suddenly hears Andre on the speakers. The man questions what the point of real relationships is if they can create their perfect ones. He insists that happiness is better than worrying about what's real, and with that message...
Bro, hold up, bro. My mic tweaking right now. Hold up. Alright, mate, I'm back. Let's get in talk, but the video's about to end.
The actor returns to the cottage to face him. Dennis asks why Andre even created these schemes, so he finally reveals that this is all a psychological experiment aimed to learn how to fulfill people's desires. It's a new business venture for him, and given how much he's changed Dennis's life, he believes that he can start investing in his orchestrated community to cater to clients looking for a new life. Appalled, the employee walks off and, with more conviction this time, announces that he's quitting. Angered, Andre throws the boomerang he gave to his fake brother, but it flies back and breaks one of the windows. Alarmed, Rita runs to Dennis and claims that before he returned, they were discussing changing the script with Andre. This will allow them to be together while keeping their jobs. As he thinks over this, however, the man finally sees who she really is and what he truly needs in his life. Days later, he has made amends with Olga and Fedya, even proudly attending the boys' school play. Meanwhile, Petrenko prepares to move out of his apartment with Alexandra since their contract has ended. However, the woman stops him as they've grown comfortable living together. Unbeknownst to them, Andre has a camera at their home, watching them and the rest of his fake family finally find their happiness. However, this makes him feel lonely, so he calls Ilya, who has started busking in the streets with his girlfriend. He rejects the call as he has now found comfort with his beloved and their music together. Andre phones Dennis next, but he throws away his device, no longer interested in jeopardizing his found family over greed and temptations. All the wealthy man has left is Rita, who visits him to discuss her new job. He admits to her that he wanted to create a big, happy family for himself. Instead, his scenarios led everyone to find happiness, which was his original goal for his new business. This, however, doesn't change the fact that by disbanding the fake family, he now feels alone.
Nigga, no sympathy for you, fuck nigga.
It points out that she's still there, but Andre knows that she's just there to get another job.
Hey.
Seeing that there's nothing more for his life, he suddenly shoots himself. She screams as her boss lies limp, mourning for the man who paid her.
Hey. We smoking that nigga a pep. That nigga motherfucker strong and fuck, boy.
To manipulate others. Eventually, she pulls herself together and slowly leaves, unaware that he's risen, having faked the scenario.
Yo, bro, this nigga can eat a bag of dicks, bro.
After seeing her grief, he catches up to her, and the woman angrily throws her bag at him for pretending.
So, is he like... It's like maybe, I don't know, is he actually lonely? I'm talking about the boss. If he's actually lonely, but hey, gotta do his little job. Yeah, nigga, that nigga can eat 5 bags of dicks.
However, she looks back at the schemes they did for Dennis, making her realize that the skit was meant for her to see that there's more to life than her ambitions.
What?
Her tears for him were hints that she cared for Andre, not just for his money. And so, Rita leaves, having her outlook on life shattered into pieces that she now has to rebuild.
Subscribe to watch more videos like
Oh, nigga, bro. Both of them niggas can eat dick, bro. I don't give a fuck. Hey, I'm gonna see how boys niggas video, man. Well, the next day, cause this is the last video today. Yeah. I'm gone, man.
Call me Master Zen, cause I'm a flick the bands.